Hey, what's going on there, everybody? This is Sammy Legge here representing TeamJVS, here to give you guys another movie review. The name of this movie is called The Inspection. This is directed by Elegance Bratton. This is starring Jeremy Pope, Gabrielle Union, and Raul Costello, as well as a slew of others like Bokeem as the infamous Laws, which I'll go into all that later. But the background of this is you have Ellis French. When we first see him, we realize he is struggling. He's homeless. He's overcoming addiction, possibly. And he's very estranged to his mother, played by Gabrielle Union. And he finds within himself that he feels like he wants to go into the military. And he feels like to be a Marine, that may lay a foundation of pride and a reconnection with the relationship with his mother. At the epicenter of this is that prime directive of him trying to let his mother know that not only is he worthy of her love, but that he can be better than what she perceives him to be. Now, also the other catalyst to this, in the era that he's going into the military to be a Marine, he's also a homosexual man. And with him being gay and being in the military, he has to go through a lot of hazing, suffering, ridicule, and also a lot of emotional trauma that he's trying to overcome before it's time for inspection. And that's where the name comes in. First of all, Jeremy Pope as French is phenomenal. He plays the role so perfectly because there's levels of vulnerability with him at all times. Like, he's never compromising how he feels. I mean, there's times where he kind of has to be on guard. There's times he has to say what he needs to say. But at the end of the day, I know what he desires. One is absolutely to appease, please, and have acceptance come from his mother. But at the same exact time, the other part of it is he doesn't know if he's going to make it through this, but he's going to do whatever it takes by any means necessary to get to that goal. And the unfortunate part of that is it transforms him into being something that he never thought he could be, for better and for worse. And a part of that comes with Bokeem, Woodbine, and Raul Costello's performances, and they're pushing him as a character. And this is all based on a true story. So this is a part of this is about Elegance's life. This is very true, in fact, to what he's had to go through and his relationship with his mother, which makes it so much more impressionable and personal as a actual narrative, because you can feel all the hurt, all the pain, all the struggle throughout all this, even though Jeremy Pope is delivering that equal measure of pain, stress, push, devotion, all with his performance. His performance is astounding. It's almost like this perfect merger of the perfect narrative coming from Elegance and the perfect delivery from Jeremy. The other thing about this is fascinating is that in so many respects, Gabrielle Union not only plays the center of his purpose, but she also plays, in so many respects, the antagonist of this story because of her perception. The way she sees him, the way she sees the world, and the way she sees herself. Gabrielle Union does an amazing job with this. Like, she is unrelenting in any way, shape, or form. And at the same exact time, in her eyes, you can tell there's so much vulnerability, there's so much pain there, and there's a need there that you can see. But it's just fascinating how they portray it. The characters, like Laws, who is the general, played, like I said, by Bokeem, he is something else entirely. Gave me some Full Metal Jacket vibes for sure. He's got a twisted sense of what is right, what is wrong. Whereas the interesting counter to that is Raul's character. I'm sorry. Yeah, Raul's character in Rosella's, because he looks at French as something that he could be something more. Also starring in this is one of my favorites is Aubrey Joseph. If you've ever seen Cloak and Dagger, he's amazing in it. He's a talented actor and talented musical artist, and he also plays a role in this. He does a pretty good job in this as well. But the way that this is structured, like the cinematography, like the shot design, some of the moments that are happening are very imaginative, very artsy, very explicit. Highly recommend you kind of be forewarned. Some nudity there, some sexual. Well, it's not a lot of heavy nudity. It's not a lot of heavy sex scenes or anything like that. But I think it's more so the imagination and the sensual side of what's really happening. Because at the end of the day, Ellis is trying to maintain who he is as an individual, and what he likes and what he wants, and at the same exact time trying to not conform, but also trying to make it as a Marine. And it poses this very complicated situation for him. It is a very heartfelt expression of love that at the end of the day, it could also very much so end in tragedy and disappointment. But the way that Elegance writes it and directs it and how they execute it is so commendable. Like, they easily make one of the better films this year. This is a 9 to 8.5 out of 10. Highly recommend you go and check out The Inspection. I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Just do know there is violence. There's a lot of language. There is at times very torturous, agonizing things that are happening. And there's also some suggestive sexual themes that are also going on. But it does not dispute the fact that this is a very good film. Go and check out The Inspection. Let me know what you think about it. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell button. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. Peace, people.